Now, Grandpa, you met Grandma Josie at Father Damien's.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that right? His ordination or his first mass or something like that.
Yeah, something, I think that was about right. Love at first sight.
It must have been. You never went with anyone else, did you?
Well, pretty choicy with that, I said that once. Well, if I don't know I could get maybe.
If I remember right, you took a Beulah Widener out a few times.
What?
You took Beulah Widener out a few times.
Yeah, that could be. I never did too much girl otherwise. I don't know what's got a hold of her, it seemed like that just,
Well, everybody was younger at that time when, I mean, they dated younger that time and and then you only dated about a year or so when you'd get married, you know. It isn't like now, they go together for 4, 5, 6.
And nobody moved in
No.
together.
that was a time that took me quite a few years.
Well, you were so young when you met him, when you started going together.
Yeah.
You still got married young.
Yeah.
So,
Her turn to get married, well, we had to get married. She told me what was going
your
on.
turn.
Next one was coming up and so forth.
Right.
We had 4 girls, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, 4 sisters.
You had to wait till Rosemary
Hear about your
could take
romance?
Josie's place, huh?
Now, I heard a story about Ray.
Can't prove that.
You told me Ceil brought a boy home, and you guys were at your place playing cards. Is that right?
No, I think we were at Mom and Dad's, and we were down in the basement, and of course, you know, there, the women stay upstairs and the guys go down. I mean, they got it all figured out, you know. And so he went downstairs and Ralph and Tony and them could not figure out who that guy was. Remember that when I found him? Could not figure out who that guy was.
Yeah, I think we played poker and he got right with the program.
Oh, no.
What?
Cards, he would have got right with the program.
Grandpa told me that this guy that you brought asked where the boys' room was.
Oh, that was over at
That's at
Ruth's.
my house.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's the one he told me about.
it was Larry's room.
How did you guys? Somebody has to tell the whole story though.
Do you know that story?
Why don't you tell it, Tony?
Or,
What's that?
Ralph tells me it all
Okay,
the
why don't you
time.
tell it, Ralph? Tell the story, Ralph.
I just don't remember what it was all about anymore, but I know something about the
I
boy.
I know the story, but I embellish. I know the story, but I embellish. I make it better. But he asked what you wanted to go to the little boy's room, and that little boy room was Larry's room, and they said that's in the second story.
Because you said he was from Omaha, so there they had
I
bathrooms.
can't forget who that was anymore.
Yeah.
They had bathrooms in the house there.
Yeah.
It looked so odd. He called when one of the boys' room, well, somebody said it was upstairs. And he told us upstairs. And we looked at each other.
Your boys were us upstairs.
What kind of a pervert is this guy?
No, keep listening.
What do you want to do with the boys' room?
And he's opening every door looking for the bathroom.
You said pretty soon he came back downstairs and played again, and then what?
Then he asked
When we went outside, you knew where the boys' room was. No, it didn't take too long, I guess. Most likely it was getting time. Then he,
Getting desperate.
when he went to that boy, we kind of looked at each other. Much attention. It seemed odd why you want to go to the boys' room. Was you in on that too that time?
Oh, yeah, I remember. I think he finally come down and he said, "Where is that boy's room?"
We go out right after that then, at that same
I
time?
think they sent him outside.
Oh, we all went outside.
Yeah. Everybody.
After you come downstairs, I suppose.
Yeah, last time.
Well,
Yeah,
wasn't it the first date you had with him? You grabbed his hand, you were walking down the sidewalk, and he shoved it away. Somebody might think I know you.
You're very romantic.
That's my dad. Well, Larry, got anything else you want? We got a bunch of things.
when I can remember, Grandpa always had keyword sayings like, two bullheads never get along. And can you remember some of them that he had that was just, it said it all,
He said the thorn between the roses a lot.
Yeah. He also said if he never believed in education, he said you can't learn in 8 years, you're not gonna learn in 12 either.
So you all just went to school for, did any of you go to anything other than 8 years? 8th grade? You all went through 8th grade? What was the school like? You all went to St. Ben, right?
Yeah.
What was the school like in St. Ben?
We had a nice school.
The big school.
Big brick school, yeah.
It was a nice school. It wasn't that old when we went. Because Mom always said that was built the year Mary Ann was born.
In 22.
And the nuns were mean.
Why were the nuns mean?
They were such good kids.
My knuckles still hurting. You get you with that 18-inch rule, they would rack you on the shoulder on the
That was Sister Speziosa.
Speziosa, Gladiosa.
No, Spetzy.
Now, my understanding is they spoke German and taught in German until World War I in that school.
Oh, yeah.
That could be.
Yeah, they did. And then nobody was allowed to speak German anymore because we was in war with Germany, And so they wasn't allowed to talk German anymore.
So did any of you ever learn any German that you could understand it, or?
I did when I had to stay in by Grandpa and Grandma. They would talk German and I caught on to some of it.
Okay.
I never ever spoke it, but I could understand quite a bit of it.
Steck, did your parents speak German?
My parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they was,
But they didn't want you to know what they was talking
No.
about.
Yeah.
we had a lot of nix verstays. We didn't understand much about it.
Now, how come you're called Steck?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I think there was a fighter, a wrestler or something, and I was kind of a rowdy guy at one time, and
At one
Yeah.
time,
I picked up that name Steck.
as if he's
No.
down.
He's a rowdy, got his
My
report.
people in Nebraska didn't know my name, Leroy, but in Illinois, some people call me Steck, and then where'd that come from?
Oh,
But it was,
so they call you Leroy in Illinois?
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides, yeah.
You pronounce Herkenbach different too, don't you?
Was that?
Herschenbach, yeah. We